There you go. Brett and Cindy. Ian living. Trying to do a little porch sitting. Enjoying the cool weather.
Almost cold out here.
A little coffee.
Hot cocoa. Well, it's getting darker quicker, so by the time we get in from school, do a little thing around the yard,
You got to
it's
run.
dark.
Working on a garden video.
Skip way too many of it.
Well, I thought I'd done good, but I sat down on the porch, and the first thing I noticed when I sat on the porch,
Cucumbers.
where's our cucumbers? And they're still hanging with cucumbers.
Yeah, I got.
I said, wow,
we got
I
two
missed
good
that.
ones.
I didn't put that on my video, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I missed all the pots. I didn't put them on the video either, so
I have to leave those cucumbers hanging so you can video them tomorrow.
we're going to revamp tomorrow, and I'll finish my garden tour.
Because we got some three about real nice looking cucumbers on this thing. I wouldn't have never thunk it we could have had cucumbers this long.
And for the people that likes the garden tour, a little hint, we dug potatoes today. I'll show you the potato harvest.
I was washing dishes.
But anyway,
You dug the potatoes, I washed dishes.
I dug the potatoes. I done the garden video, and I picked the garden.
I
Oh,
was
well.
doing schoolwork and washing dishes.
There's more than you can do in a day's time anyway. Even if we divide and conquer, it's still it's still too much. But we decided we'd sit on the porch and invite y'all to come along, and we just discuss life.
Almost can see your breath out here tonight.
It's going to get down kind of chilly tonight. What I was talking about on the other video, the garden video, it gets kind of cool at night. It gets down upper 40s or 50s at night, and somewhere between like 65 and 75 probably during the day.
Yeah.
It's not real hot, it's not real cold, it's not killing the garden. It ain't making it grow really fast, but it's still growing.
I
That's
have,
amazing.
you know,
It's a blessing. There's
Oh, yeah.
no other way to put it. It's really a blessing. We ate supper last night and tonight both off what we pulled out of the garden. So
I'm probably going to have it tomorrow night too.
probably going to eat it for lunch tomorrow and tomorrow night.
You know, it's kind of different. I was talking to somebody today. They was asking me how we was losing weight, and I told her that you was losing weight with me.
Slowly.
She said, "Well, how you been doing?" And I said, "Well, basically, we haven't changed what we like to eat, other than we have really cut out a lot of our sweetening and our M&Ms are our weaknesses right now. We love the peanut M&Ms, and
You got to quit that.
oh yeah, we may have to make these the last 2 bags and
Oh, we
only get
could.
them on a special occasion.
We cut out almost all the sugar that we can. We cut out most of our bread,
White bread especially.
white bread especially. We
We try to eat bread. Well, I mean,
try to stay away from the cold drinks, but
we went to
You gotta have
Pizza
a little
Hut the other night and ate a pizza. But I mean, but my example I was giving her was what we used to cook and we would eat and barely have enough to have for lunch the next day, even if there was anything left for lunch the next day. I said, we're now cooking. We cook pretty much the same, except that instead of being one meal, maybe 1.5, it's
2 or
3
3.
and 4s.
3 or 4.
I mean, that pot last night, the way we used to eat, would have made us meal last night and maybe lunch today. The way we've changed the way we're eating, it made supper last night, lunch today, lunch to dinner tonight, and lunch tomorrow, and probably supper tomorrow night. Well, it won't be a complete supper by itself. We're going to have to put some stuff with it because it's only got a little bit left.
It's we made succotash. Like my video, my cooking video of succotash. That's what we made again last night. But we put a pound of beef smoked sausage in it, and we put a cup of rice in it and stirred it in, and it makes it really thick. Oh, Cindy calls it goulash.
I call it goulash because it feels like it's got a little bit of everything in it.
It's a little closer to goulash than succotash, but it started with a succotash base. Let's put it that way.
It's the way he got me to eating okra. I actually eating okra.
Actually, eating okra, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
This took a lot of years.
Of course, it's all buried up in the rest of that stuff, but it's good.
Camouflage.
I love it. Not the okra, but the succotash.
That's good. Let's change the subject for a second.
Okay.
Get a hold of something before people quit watching the video. A lot of people don't watch all the way through, so we've hit 480 subscribers this week, and we're wanting to get to 500. We'd like to do a, would you call it a contest or a giveaway? We'd like to do a giveaway. That'd be a good way to put it. When we hit 500, we want to do a giveaway. But I'm not really sure what to give away. If you have any ideas you want to throw our way, leave us a comment. If you're still gardening, you got something growing in the garden, leave us a comment, tell us about it. I enjoy reading the comments. I have to watch it. It makes me late for work sometimes. I'm answering comments and reading comments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good to hear from like-minded people. But if you have some thoughts on that, we're finna do some kind of giveaway for the 500 mark, which we hope we hit pretty soon. It's not as fast as some. I don't know if it's faster than others or not, but we're getting there.
We'll put a lot more videos out this winter now that we're starting
And
somewhat.
if we can catch it with your voice is working. We've had a few days of not so talkative Cindy, so.
You know, I'm beginning to think maybe I ought to just do the video regardless if I can talk or not. Maybe somebody out in YouTube world can tell me what in the world is going on.
There might be somebody who has the same thing.
Maybe. We may have to do that sometime.
I have to do a journal of it. That way we've got it.
Because it's the strangest thing. Well, I knew it was coming on. We've been going through this, what, 4 years now? Been going on?
Probably.
First time we thought I had a major stroke. Even the doctors thought I had a major stroke.
Yeah, for the first 3 years of it, they run you through the mill every time it happened.
Now they quit running the MRIs and the CTs as much. They still want to rule everything out by running an MRI.
We already own one of the machines by now.
Oh yeah.
Much as we paid on one.
Hey, but I found the best one I can get into. Anyway, but and I have found a doctor that prescribed me medication to try to control it. And to a point, it kind of does. Somewhat.
It shortens the effects.
Yeah, maybe that's the way I should put it. It
It'll-
helps.
It'll last just a few days now instead of weeks.
It helps.
Yeah.
But you know, it gets kind of comical. Have you ever tried to teach children when you talk like a child and stutter and don't enunciate well? One of the first things one of the kids today looked at me and said, "Miss Andy, you're talking normal." It's like, yeah, I told y'all. Can't tell you how
I'm
long it's
back.
going to last. They said, good. And one of them said, what do you mean she's talking normal? She talked like she always does. They said, not yesterday. You couldn't understand her yesterday. and I still have a little bit of the effects on it today. I mean, there's some words that I just cannot get out.
Let's go about what causes it. We've pretty well figured out it's stress. It's stress induced. The doctor thinks it's stress induced. We made a trip to Walmart Saturday.
Well,
Which the stress of school, I'm sure, wasn't helping her.
no, I already
We
felt
went to
it coming
Walmart,
on.
and yeah, we got there at the wrong time. It's 30 miles to Walmart. And we messed around and waited till midday to go, which is a no-no. Because it was
No,
absolutely full of people. It's not a real big super center.
It was almost like a Black Friday
It's like
kind
an
of
oversized
crowded.
regular Walmart, but it's considered a super center. But it had people in every aisle. You had to work around the people. There was people huffing and puffing behind you, wanting around you. You couldn't shop peacefully. Of course, COVID going around, you know, half people's wearing masks, half people's not. People it was mad at the ones that wasn't, and the ones that wasn't making fun and aggravating the ones that did. And it was a stressful.
I don't
It was a
travel.
stressful hour or two in there, wasn't it?
I don't travel well anymore. I can't stand traffic, and I can't stand crowds. And that was two things we ran into Saturday that I can't stand. Which my colleagues were telling. I had one of them tell me today. She said, "From now on, just give me your Walmart list, and I'll go shopping for you."
Well, it wasn't just Walmart.
No, I told her. I said it wasn't just Walmart. Walmart just was the icing on the cake. That's
While
all
we
it
was out,
was.
you know, while we drove that far, we hit everything's $1. I think what it's
Dollar
called.
Tree.
Dollar Tree. Like one or the other usually. Dollar Tree, and we hit TSC.
And I got me a new puppy.
Yeah, we
I'm-
went to
I'm-
TSC
I'm-
just get a stuffed animal, but
I'm
she's
getting
happy
a
with
collection of puppies.
then we done our
This one
Walmart
looks like our
journey.
German Shepherd, though.
Then we done the Pizza Hut stall.
Oh. Well, Pizza Hut, it was to go.
We went to Walmart and spent, well, the whole journey about 5 hours. I was wore out by the time we got back.
And I didn't take time to slow down and rest either, because when we got back, I had the house to finish cleaning, laundry to finish, things I needed to do here, and then Sunday. I normally just sleep on Sunday.
We was breaking beans
But-
and picking beans. And
We had a lot of stuff to get done, and I just didn't have any downtime to recover. So it was this
Sunday
morning, I guess, before I really got back up.
Sunday was something good too. Of course, we go to the early service of our church. The church still split. They have to have 50% or less. So we did the early one. We got back from church. By the time we got to the house, got something to eat, her parents came by. They
Dropped
said
off some
that's not a
stuff.
bad thing, you know. She got
Yeah.
to visit with her parents. Of course, I was canning beans that we had broke that night before.
My
Well,
mama
with
gave me a
our-
really cool secretary too.
30 minutes to an hour after her parents left,
Your daddy came
my
by.
daddy came by to do a fish fry.
That was
So
fun.
We had to change over from canning to load everything up in the vehicle and go to my daughter's house and fry fish. It was a
was
good
fun.
meal. It was fun.
I mean, I
It's
don't
just
remember the
one
last
thing
time
after
we
another
saw
thing after another thing. It was like
my parents and your
what,
daddy
5,
at the
6
same
o'clock. We
time.
was finally done. It was like I'm going to bed. I'm done.
No.
Something going constantly.
What was it? By the time we got home and I washed dishes, I went to bed and I didn't roll over until the next morning. Well, no, I woke up at 2 o'clock. Or was that this morning? No, it was this morning.
Mm.
I lost Puppy.
Oh.
He was on the
You got
headboard.
into me.
No, he was on the
I
head.
woke up and he was right in front of my face. And I was like, "Why is that dog over here?"
I put him on the headboard, and somehow he ended up under the covers.
Mhm.
And this is a stuffed animal. He's not supposed to move. But he was on the headboard last night. Now he got down under the covers. I don't know.
Thank goodness, praise God, we're back to a simpler life this afternoon. There's nobody stopping by. There's no cookings to go to, no furniture to move, no canning to do. Did pick the garden and did do a garden video.
I need to be breaking in beans and busting the little pea things open.
I gotta shell some peas and break some beans. And
But after I got done doing the stuff I brought home from school that I couldn't get finished at school, it's just nice to sit back on the porch and relax.
where was we at anyway?
Oh, we were laughing about the fact that I didn't talk straight and how busy we've been.
I know what I was going to do. I was changing the subject again. Slightly. I haven't mentioned I've actually planted onions already either.
Yeah? That's right, it's in the tray now.
We've got 250 count trays in there. 50 slot trays with onions growing on them. There's at least 100 onions growing in there. They're the Alyssa Craig onions. The big ones we grew back last year. We had such good luck with. We're going to try it again.
I thought
That
you
matters on the video tomorrow that comes out, because I talked about onions that I didn't tell nobody where we was getting them. But and that reminds me, I've got another little experiment about onions. I'll have to bring that out in the next video. it'll be past the garden video. It'll be on. You gotta give me another few weeks to get them done. But
We got so
I've
many
got a good
ideas.
experiment y'all will be watching for on my onion planting video. It will be. Might be a good idea for other people. I don't know. I think it's gonna work out well.
We got so many ideas for videos. We just haven't slowed down long enough to make them all.
I think I've found a way to keep onion bulbs
Ooh, maybe.
from the spring to the fall, and that way you can plant them. But we'll see. This is the week before
Ugh.
fall break.
Yes, that's next
We
week.
get a week off next week from school, from all our lovely jobs. We got a tractor pull coming up in about 3 weeks. The FFA is going to have their tractor pull. I normally video it, but
No.
this year I'm not going to be in the video booth. I might video some of the better ones, but I'm
We're
stepping
going
down
to
from that role.
enjoy it this year.
We're actually going to sit down and enjoy the tractor pull. And as they say, we're going to sit on the other side when the camera stand. They
We're
call
going
it,
to sit on the wrong side of the track.
we're going to sit on the naughty side, as they call it, of the tractor pull. For obvious reasons, you know, that things go on the darker side than the lighter side, but that's not the reason we're going over there. Our son likes to flag the tractor pull, so when he gets the flagging, he wants us over there next to where he stands, and so we can keep him food and drink going. Most likely, you know, he is a teenager. We got to feed him.
Yeah,
The
he'll
bottomless
need a
pit.
burger, and he'll need cocoa, and he'll need a soda, and
Technically, he wants us over because that's where he's going to be at, but we got a feeling we're going to be the pit crew for him. It'll be interesting to see things from the opposite side of the pulling track. I've never stood over there. I never got a chance to leave the video booth before. It's going to be strange to be able to be free.
walk around, do what we want.
Yeah.
Woo!
Don't know what that's like.
No.
But we had one. We wasn't going to have a tractor pull, but the FFA teacher decided we could have one, and the principal okayed it, so we're ready to go. We just got to get everything done quickly because we normally prepare months ahead.
That was my boss flying by.
All right.
But we'll get to enjoy it. We'll watch the tractor pull and watch our son do whatever it is he's going to be doing for it. And you know what I like? If I get the hankering to go home at 9 o'clock, I can go home.
We can load up and
I don't
head out.
have to wait till the last one pulls. Which I probably won't, just in case her son needs something. But
No, you'll be free to move around if you need to go to town to get something, because our tractor pull is 4.5 miles out of town.
yeah.
I don't know, it's just going to be different.
Been interesting. But you know what? My nose is getting cold.
We came out here, we was having a different discussion before I got the camera set up. We were discussing our jobs, which we can't really get into, but we were discussing today's math. And we're all scratching our head because of all the changes they make constantly to math.
You know, it
Even the
amazes me.
terminology is not the same. When they talk about problems and they show problems, it's like, that don't even make sense to me no more.
It amazes me how many different ways they can say 2 plus 2 is 4.
Can you even say plus anymore? Or are you supposed to use that other? Aren't you supposed to use a different terminology now?
No, I still use plus.
Like 2 and 2 and
Oh, the sum of.
yeah, the sum of stuff like that. We was having a little powwow over that. Man. It's irritating. We're not that old, but we was raised the old style way.
Well, he's also discussing how technology just. We've become, our children have become so dependent upon technology. Speaking of children,
Here comes our child.
here comes our son.
I guess we need to line this up because he's pulling into the driveway. We're going to wind this down. Y'all have a good week. Our child is here.
God bless.